Hello and welcome to video 8 of the Microsoft Word video series. This video we're going to look at letterheads and letters so that we can ensure we're collecting all the marks and being consistent in our house style. So on the screen at the moment you'll have an example of a letterhead. This is from a past paper, a Sounds in the Shore task. You'll see some of the key factors are that you've got the logo over here on the left, address over here on the right, and these font sizings are kind of ideal. So you want your heading to be at least 12, you want your address to be a couple below it, and then other contact details such as phone, email, websites, etc. to be a little bit smaller still. But you do want to have a consistent font, just different font sizes generally is what I'd say. However, this does look like there are different fonts at each level. You want to have your logo, you want it to be your letterhead to be no bigger than 1/3 of the page. I would argue that that's possibly even slightly too big, but you want to have the address laid out like this, and then the logo, just make sure that the bottom of the logo is no lower than the web address. And that'll mean that you've got a nice consistent line at the top there. Now you can see down the bottom here you get 1 mark for the essential information, so the address, contact numbers. You get 1 mark for the logo being used correctly, 1 mark for keying everything in accurately, and then 1 mark for everything being appropriately sized presented when you print it out. So what we will do for our example is we are going to create a letterhead for the school. So we're going to start off by aligning it to the right, and we're going to do Bishop Briggs Academy. Now I want to get rid of the space after the paragraph here. We're going to have single line spacing at the top. Okay, and then we're going to have to use the internet to find out the rest of the address. So I've googled it earlier, West of Clydens Road, Bishop Briggs, and there's the postcode. So let's paste that in by text, and what we'll do is we'll just space it down accordingly, getting rid of the unnecessary punctuation. That tidies that all up nicely. So we want the Bishop Briggs Academy to be a bit bigger. I'm actually going to go with a size 14. I'm going to put the whole thing in trebuchet. It's a nice font to use. If we look back at marking scheme here, if this is a size 14, then we could have this as a size 12. I know this isn't exactly as it suggests, but for the sake of this task. And then we'll bring it down to size 10, and what we could do is we could put the telephone number in. So phone is there. Use that text option. Website we could probably get as well. The school's got to have a website, so let's click on the website, and then you go, we've got the address up at the top. Take out that unnecessary punctuation. And there you go, we have the beginnings of a letterhead. Now I've also quickly googled the logo earlier on. We'll paste that in, use our wrapping square so that we can put it up on the left, and we're going to reduce it in size so that it's no higher or no lower than the website address. And then we'll come down, slide that to the left, and we're sorted. We have our letterhead created. 4 marks logo, correct information, keyed in correctly, emphasis on the name, the address, reducing font, and that's going to be our house style for letterheads. In the next video we'll look at making this into a letter.